Hello everybody, in today's video I'm going to be doing a review on the Valk 3. Now I was very kind of indifferent on how I felt about this puzzle when I first got it. It was good, but it was different and I couldn't get my average on it, and then I could, and then I couldn't. But now I've had it for a couple of weeks, and I gotta say, I've started to realize why Mats Valk signed off on this thing, because it is really good. First of all, first question you're going to ask is it going to replace my main? The answer is it's on par. It's not going to replace my main, but it's also something that I would definitely use if I didn't have my main. So my main is the QiYi Half-Bright GTS. Now, despite that these puzzles are completely different, the mechanisms are different, they definitely turn different, they sound different, they feel different, the performance is the same, in my opinion. Now that's just for me. This one is definitely louder, as you can see. Totally different sound. But the performance is the same. The corner cutting is amazing on this puzzle. Like, wow. And the same with the QiYi GTS. So if I think that if I went to a competition and I was gonna solve and actually compete, then I wouldn't really care which one of these I use. They both have different feels, but they perform the same. Now, after using this for a while, I've gotten used to it. I definitely get my average around a high 14, low 15 with it. And I'd have no problem using this in competition. So my opinion on it has changed. I'm not kind of worried about what I think about it now. I know what I think, and that it is a very good cube. I know that some people are using this for OH. I believe... I hope I'm getting this right, but Phil from the Cubicle uses this for OH because it's a tiny bit smaller than your regular 3x3. Not by much, but it is, and he says it works really well for him. I hope I got that right. I'm pretty sure it was Phil who told me that. I know someone told me that. So if you're into OH, Phil is extremely fast at OH, and he's using it, so give it a shot. But yeah, very good cube. Everything is... lubed up nice. I haven't had to do anything to this thing either. That's the good part. Now I'm wondering if the Cubicle is going to make a premium version of this and what they would actually do to it. I don't know. Like, I know that they're very inventive over there, and but yeah, corner cutting is great. The puzzle is extremely smooth. You do feel a tiny bit of bumping going on, but barely anything at all. Like barely anything at all. Whereas this one here, you actually do feel quite a bit more. You can even kind of hear it. Tick, 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 right? But on this one, extremely smooth. Again, like I said, two completely different feeling cubes. Just amazing. Amazing corner cutting on these puzzles. So I know I showed you this in the first impressions, but in case you didn't happen to see that, this is what the color scheme looks like. This is a stock puzzle. I haven't done anything to this except for break it in. It's a really nice looking color scheme. And this is the logo. I mentioned in my first impressions that it is my favorite logo ever on a cube, and people were saying, what about your crazy bad logo? I thought that was your favorite. It is. I'm talking about a stock company logo. I just really like how it's black on white and then white on black. Now I've done hundreds of solves on this thing too, and I've yet to have a corner twist, like literally ever. It's never twisted on me. I can see that it could twist, but it never does on me, and I think it's because of the squared off corners. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and look at some solves, and then I'll come up and finish the video. Alright guys, so the one thing about this puzzle that I really like is how controllable it is. Like I said, it doesn't lock up. It doesn't corner twist. It's just extremely controllable. And at first I felt like I just couldn't really get the hang of it. And I think that was just because I'm getting so used to the QiYi GTS that it was just a completely different feel. And my first impressions was different because I'm so used to my main. And then my first impressions is that going to a completely different feeling cube, it's awkward. It feels a little bit awkward. It's still a nice cube. I still gave it a good first impressions because it was good. But now that I've gotten used to it, it's definitely a lot better. But I've been using this puzzle now for a while because I knew that I was going to be doing the review, so I obviously want to use it more than my main, and that's why I've been getting more used to it. Now, I'm not going to say that if I had the choice between my main and this puzzle that I would go to this puzzle now, but I will say that when I use this puzzle for a while and then I go back to my main, now my main feels weird. So I think there's also part of like when somebody like me who's doing all these reviews all the time of different 3x3s, I think that instead of just giving it like a couple of few days before I do a review, I'm gonna wait, like a little while, because it definitely changes your opinion the more and more you use it. Because when I go back to my main now, my main feels a little bit weird, but it only takes like 20 solves or something before I'm like, yeah, okay, I remember why I like this puzzle now compared to this one. But the performance on this is just as good, so I have no problem using either of these in competitions. So anyways, guys, that's the solves. Hope you enjoyed them. Alright guys, so my final impression of this cube is that it is one of the best on the market. I believe that the Weilong GTS, personally for me, is the best. And just for feel and everything, this one doesn't have the exact feel that I want, but it performs just as good as my main. So I obviously do highly recommend this puzzle. I heard it's great for OH, like I had mentioned as well. So if you get this puzzle, it also comes with a very nice box as well. Not your typical box, but a kind of a nicer one, in my opinion. And it's $20, which is a pretty good price for this puzzle. Anyways, guys, if you would like this puzzle, the link's at the top of the description down below. It's $20. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next video.